Hey, from Chef Nanny. Big shout out to Charlotte, my little chef. Nanny says hello, baby girl. Okay, I'm gonna share a family favourite with you guys today. It's actually my potato bake, and it's really simple. All it's got in it is plain potatoes. Voila, already sliced up. Sweet potato. Now this beauty, if you've got kids or teenagers or husbands that are pissing you off, just smack them over the head with it a couple of times. Trust me, won't hurt. It'll pull them in line. They've got no brains anyway. No, seriously, guys. Big ass potato, sweet potato, adds extra flavour to your dish. We peel that and I slice this up just like I did the other potato. Now we do it, slice it quite thinly. Slice it quite thin. Now, for anyone that hasn't peeled a potato before, you can either use a potato peeler, like I used to use once upon a time, but now I use a knife. I saw my mother-in-law do it years ago, and for some reason I started doing it and found it easier to use a knife to peel my potatoes. So the beauty about cooking is just do it whichever way you want. There's lots of different ways of doing things. No way is the right or wrong way. As long as you're happy and everything's good. So we're just going to finish slicing this sweet potato without cutting any fingers off. And the more facials you pull as you're cutting, the better. You'll probably notice that I pull lots of wonderful faces. I get ripped off for pulling these faces all the time. When I worked in the meat unit at Coles, I used to get ripped off, and we used to call them my packing facials, but today they're my cooking facials, say, and they just help me put some verve into the cooking. So now, what we do, good old canola spraying oil, cooking spray. I use these because it saves the wash it up. You just chuck them out when you're finished. There's nothing worse than a pain in the butt baking dish that's got all crusty bits stuck to it once you've cooked in it. You sit there scrubbing for hours. No more. I'll get another one because I think I've got enough to make 2 today. I've actually used 8 potatoes today, which will be more than enough for 6 people. Big eaters in this family, so got to make sure we've got plenty of food. Hey Jack, what do you reckon? By the way, happy birthday to Jack for today. Big 29. So now that I've sprayed the can, no, I've sprayed the tray actually with the can. We get our potatoes and we do layers like so of your potato. Just like this. These are actually big, massive potatoes today. So it's really simple. And a big shout out to my old workmate Brad, who actually got me onto this baked potato mix. When I worked with Brad, he told me about this McCormick's scallop potato mix. That's that one there. Brilliant stuff, guys. Go get yourself some. And I can only find them these days at Woolworths, actually. Sorry, Coles. But, yeah, go to Woolies, grab yourself a couple of sachets and keep them in your pantry because they're great for when you're doing family dinners. See how I've got a couple of inches of potatoes in there? Now I put a layer of pretty orange ones in there. And we just keep going and layer the potatoes until we fill it up to the top. And then what I'll do is I've got cream and milk, and you just follow the directions on the back of the pack, the scallop potato pack, and it'll tell you how much to use. So once again, use that skill you used in school reading, and if you can't read, find someone to read it for you. Always away, guys, always away. Okay, so now I've got this almost full, and I'm going to end off with the orange one because it's so pretty. We really love this baked potato in this house, potato bacon. It's so ridiculously easy to make. Alright, so now, as you can see, I'll just lift that up a little bit. As you can see, we've got the potato bake in there. Now I've got milk and some cream and a jug just to put it all in, and I'm using 2 sachets today because when I've got more than 4 people, one sachet serves 4, so for, you know, up to 8 people you'd obviously double the amount. So we'll put you back down there, and we're going to use, and you use your teeth for this guy. Okay, we get the milk. We need 2 cups of milk. Get this lid off. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of milk. Now there's a cup measure on here. So I want 2 cups of milk and 1 cup of cream. Just good old thickened cream. It's to make up to 3 cups. A little bit more won't hurt. And then we place 1 sachet. Make sure you whack it to get all the stuff out of it. 2 sachets. And this is another dish that can be made well before dinner time when your guests arrive. Like, it takes an hour to cook this, so it's only 20 past 2 at the moment. So I'll put this in the fridge for now with some plastic over it, and around about 5:30 I'll whack her in the oven on 180 degrees for about, or actually I think it's 160, and that cooks for an hour. But just follow the directions on the pack, guys. Ridiculously easy, seriously. Cooking doesn't have to be hard. Alright, so I've stirred all that with my stirrer because I love being a stirrer. And then the fun part. I just pour it all over my potatoes. Now I've got some potatoes left over there, but that's okay because these were rather big potatoes, and that sweet potato, holy dooly, it was a monster. So I'm just pouring all that over that potato dish. And that, my love, is scalloped potato bake. Easy. And I promise your family will love it. There it is. Whack her in the oven. Done. See you on the flip side.